So, are we finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in the Middle East? Hey everyone, it's Wednesday morning, April 1st, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. Now, yesterday was all about relief. U.S. stocks rallied sharply after signals that tensions between the U.S. and Iran might actually cool down. The big headline came from Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian, who suggested that the country is willing to negotiate an end to the war, but with guarantees for national security. At the same time, Donald Trump reportedly told officials that the conflict could end soon, even without fully reopening the Strait of Hormuz. He even said the war might not last much longer. And markets? They loved it. The Standard & Poor's 500 jumped 2.9%. The Dow Jones added 2.5%. That's more than 1,000 points. And the Nasdaq led the rally, climbing 3.8%, driven by strong gains in big tech. So overall, a big, risk-on move. But let's not forget, this came after a pretty rough stretch. The broader market just wrapped up one of its weakest quarters in recent memory, with the Standard & Poor's 500 seeing its worst quarter since 2025, and the Dow its weakest 3-month period since 2022. Now, on the commodity side, oil told the same story. Prices dropped sharply as hopes for a de-escalation grew. Brent crude fell 3.4% to below $104 per barrel, while U.S. crude dropped 2.5% to around $102. So basically, less fear of supply disruption, less pressure on energy prices. That said, gas prices in the U.S. are still elevated, now above $4 per gallon nationwide, so consumers are not out of the woods yet. Bottom line, markets are starting to price in a potential end to the conflict. But as always, geopolitics can turn quickly. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.